Welcome. The Happening was The Happening The Happening was released in 2008 and was directed by M. Night Shyamalan. It stars Zooey Deschanel and Mark Wahlberg. Yes, you heard me right. Mark Wahlberg. And is about an apocalyptic threat that hits the world. I won't say what it is, but it is a threat. And it just might happen to be this movie. So I know a lot of you guys have watched movies where you're like, that might be one of the worst things I have ever watched, but man, did I love every second of it. And this is one of these movies. It is so hilariously bad. I can't stop myself from laughing just thinking about different moments throughout this movie. I mean, Tina, just play the hot dog clip. Play the hot dog clip.
We're packing hot dogs for the road. You know, hot dogs get a bad rap. They got a cool shape, they got protein. You like hot dogs, right?
Alright, now Tina, play another funny clip.
Cheese and crackers.
I mean, I could describe those scenes, but I think I'd rather have my good friend Mark Goldridge do the talking.
Yes! Get in! Wash Rashford harder than a wedding night did!
Wait, no, Tina, wrong clip. Wrong Mark clip. Play the other one.
Get out! My eyes are bleached! Get that away from me!
There are so many great videos of people going over the plot and stuff of this movie. I mean, the first one that I think of is Chris Stuckman's Hilariosity review of it. If you haven't seen it, I 100% recommend it. It is so funny. But I can never do it justice. I can never do justice to the movie and the review that he did of it. So I'm going to do my own version of this review, which is basically saying, wow, this is a terrible movie, and this is a horror movie. Well, this was supposed to be a horror movie, and then M. Night Shyamalan said, haha, JK, it's a B movie. Right, guys? We're saying it's a B movie? It's a B movie. It's supposed to be funny. Haha. Mark Wahlberg, he's funny in this. Haha. Haha. So let's just start talking about this movie. Pros. None. Cons. A lot. Including acting. What is Mark Wahlberg doing as a science teacher in this movie? That is the weirdest casting one of the weirdest casted parts I have seen in recent movies from the 2000s. Such a terrible casting decision. I mean, if anything, just make his character a police officer. We've seen that like 20 times. He knows what he's doing. Just make him a police officer. Did Mark tell you himself that he wanted to be a scientist? A science teacher? And you're like, bet? Because I don't know who decided that he should be a science teacher, because he should not be. I would not trust Mark Wahlberg as my science teacher. And Mark, if you're watching this, I am so sorry. You're a very good actor. What were you doing in this movie, man? And Zooey Deschanel, I mean, I have no words. It's Zooey Deschanel. There's nothing else really to say about her character. It's Zooey Deschanel. It's Zooey Deschanel. And of course, this movie would not be complete if it didn't have the greatest actor of our generation. Even he was showing up in the 90s in the Mario movie. I mean, John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo acts his tailbone off. I mean, he deserved every single praise that he could have possibly gotten within this movie.
I'm gonna give you a math riddle, okay? And you're gonna tell me the answer.
What?
How much would you have if I said I would pay you a penny on the first day, and then 2 pennies on the second, and then 4 pennies on the third day, and I just kept doubling it? I did this for a month. How much money would you have at the end of the month?
$10.
I can't even do this review seriously. I keep on laughing because it is such a horrible, horrid movie. that has so many great moments. I mean, the first moment where, like, I completely lost it. There was moments before this that I was just laughing so hard, but this moment on its own, it's showing how the US is reacting to this mass suicide. And of course, I'll spoil this. I mean, everyone knows it happens in the first minute of the movie. Get over it. This mass suicide, just people are committing suicide. And they're like, why are people doing this? And it goes to like different states. And then, of course, it was a state like Alabama. And I'm sorry if I'm roasting you, Alabama. And it's not you. It could be like Tennessee or something. And it just shows the most redneck people just loading up their guns. Like they're gonna fight the wind and shoot at the trees. At that moment, I lost it. It was such a funny thought. And for that very second, I was like, you know, M. Night Shyamalan might have made a B movie, but he didn't. He was trying. You could tell. And of course, he backpedaled a little bit because he was saying this might be one of the scariest films of all time. This is one of the funniest films of all time. You were close, Shyamalan, you know. Scary, funny, I mean, they're related, right? So like I've been saying, pros, none. Cons, acting, horrid. The plot, terrible. Dialogue, even worse. Cinematography, not a good movie. It's not good. But it's a very fun watch if you're going to watch it with friends. So, overall, I'm going to give this movie a do you like hot dogs? Out of 10. And I would recommend it to people who want to have a fun time because, of course, this was written to be a B movie. So thank you everyone for watching this review, and be on the lookout for more reviews in the future. There's some fun videos planned, so be on the lookout for them. But let's flash forward to the next review.